Mhm. Hello, amazing people, and happy Saturday. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, so I just want to go live tonight because I was on a post earlier and we were having a good discussion. And I wanna really thank everybody for that positive post. Like I was really sitting over here thinking about like this baby formula shortage thing. And I'm just like, wow, like, what are, people supposed to feed their babies? So I sit and I think about stuff sometimes that affect other people, because I feel bad just because the situation doesn't affect me, doesn't mean that, I don't think about things like that. But I was also on a post, and a lot of people don't know this, and I kind of want to say this, like I learned myself, like when I first heard about the baby formula shortage, I was like, well, why don't people just breastfeed? And that was a lot of people's response, like, well, breastfeeding. I just learned that everybody can, well, not everybody, but some women that have babies can't produce milk. I just learned that myself, you know I had to share that with a few people on the post because I think people just didn't know. And it's cool to not know things. I'm coming to the table saying, listen, that's something I didn't know. I'm thinking every woman that gets pregnant automatically produces milk. So on a post, that's when I had shared with people that I lactate. I produce milk um because of my brain tumor. And then people start asking questions, and then people start like messaging me questions and stuff. And I'm thinking like, I've talked about this a lot, but then I had to think about some people are very new to my page. Some people might have just started following me, and you may not know, that I have a brain tumor. I've had it for about 8 years now. Y'all can ask me any questions and any questions y'all want to ask me about it. Um, I started lactating, and I haven't. My son was about maybe 8 or 9, maybe. So I'm thinking to myself, why am I lactating and I haven't had a baby in a few years? Like it didn't make sense to me. So then I asked my doctor, and they told me it could be PCOS. I forgot what else they told me that it could be, along with the other symptoms that I was having. So they ran like all the tests and everything came back negative. So they're like, well, we need to send you for an MRI, just to rule out the last thing. So the MRI was to see if I had a brain tumor. So the MRI came back and I did have a brain tumor on my pituitary gland. So I had to do like a lot of research about it so I could understand what was going on with me. It's a situation to where um depending on the size of the tumor, my body could think it's pregnant. So then, but I'm not pregnant. But then my body will produce, I will lactate like I'm pregnant because my body's thinking that because the tumor's sitting on the pituitary gland. Um, and I know a lot of people was like, "Oh, you learn something new every day." That was new to me. You know, um, I've met people that have the same tumor as me. Some people you can get a surgery. The surgery is for the type of tumor where it's at. It would like be through your nose. I spoke to people that got the surgery and the tumor came back. They don't know where it comes from or anything. I did talk to two young ladies that had the same tumor as me, and the only thing that we had in common was we all took the same birth control. But men or women can get a pituitary adenoma, men or women. So it's not just like in women. Men can get it too. Um, and some of the side effects, I have like really bad migraines sometimes. Um, Sometimes I might feel a little bit weak. My weight will fluctuate up and down just depending on, how my levels are. Um, I haven't had to get treated. I think I've been treated like a few times. Um, in the emergency room over the last 2 years a few times. I think like once when I had COVID. Yeah, but the last time I went to my specialist, he said I was in remission. So I was good. What I was doing a lot of natural stuff. Doing like green smoothies, apple cider vinegar, black seed oil. I was taking those kind of things. Yeah. Oh, Penny said, yes, my husband has this. Okay, Penny. So you know exactly, what's going on with this. Yes. I thought it was only in women, and I was really trying to narrow down, y'all, like how I got this. Like, where did this come from? And I came up with the birth control thing. But then when I started reading that men can get it. I'm like, well, men weren't taking the birth control, we were taking. So I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. Don't expose yourself to electronics devices for long throughout the day, and make sure you go outside. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Anthony. Um, so make sure, yep, I do that. I unplug devices. Yep. Yep, I do that. Queena, that's a beautiful name. Queen, I just got diagnosed with pelvic, I don't know how to say that, cancer, and I've been in breast cancer remission for 3 years. It's time to fight again. I know you know, and you have known for years that you got this. Absolutely, Queena, you got this too. Queena, we gonna be praying for you. We rooting for you. You know, and you gonna get through this. I went through that. I went through that with myself, where I felt like when I was diagnosed, I went through a very severe and bad depression. It was very bad. I did not leave the house. I was like preparing to die. You know what I mean? Like, it was like a lot to hear something like that. Because when you hear brain tumor, you're like, something's wrong with my brain. You see what I'm saying? You automatically feel like death. And that's how I felt at that time. I did not tell anybody that I had it. When I was getting treatments, I was going by myself. I kind of kept it to myself. Like, I didn't want people to like be around me and be feeling sorry for me and stuff like that. Like, I didn't want that. Like, I just wanted to kind of like deal with this on my own. And then I started being open about it, you know, um, with people, and telling people like, this is what's going on with me. I'm always open about it. Anytime I speak at events and things like that, because I want people to know, like, you can get through your invisible illness, you know. Um, and I know that, it's a lot of us, out here that are living with invisible illnesses, and people feel like, because they can't see what's wrong with us, that nothing is wrong. There's times that I have blacked out. My head has hurted so bad. There's times that my head just my it felt like my head was like just squeezing really, really tight, and I couldn't move. There's been a lot, that I went through, behind the scenes, that people don't see. And that's why I always tell people, you just never know what somebody's going through. Just because you can't see what's wrong with them doesn't mean that, they're not going through some things. Um, I just have been diagnosed as having multiple sclerosis. Hey, John. I'm sorry to hear that, John, but you know what, you're gonna get through it. One thing about my brain tumor, y'all, and I'm just being totally transparent. Y'all wouldn't even know me if it wasn't for me having a brain tumor. If it wasn't, like, that's the first things I started speaking about. It was like I wanted people I just got like this burst of strength and empowerment. Like, hold up, like, I want everybody that's dealing with illness, invisible illness, going through something, like, I want them to know that they can get through. I want them to know that in spite of that, you can wake up every day and be happy and be prosperous, you know what I mean, and be successful and still live life, to the fullest. That's what I felt like. That's how my brain tumor like empowered my life. It just gave me so much power. And I say to this day, I feel like if I was never diagnosed with that, because the enemy may have felt like, he was using the brain tumor, as a bad thing for me, but for real, it just opened me up. It opened me up because every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here another day. I'm a smile today. I woke up. You know what I mean? In spite of me having this brain tumor, I woke up. And that's what kind of mindset, that I've had since me just realizing, listen, this brain tumor is not about to take me over. It does not control me. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, everybody dealing with an invisible illness, like even if it's not invisible, like it's amazing. I seen a girl on Instagram today, and one of her hands didn't work, and she was braiding her husband's hair. She was braiding her husband's hair with her one hand in her mouth, and she did that, and it looked so good. And I'm like, look, those are the examples that we got out here. That at the end of the day, listen, we can do this. We can do anything we put our mind to, in spite of whatever is going on. We got this. We're strong. We are strong people. I'm telling you, I'm praying for everybody that's battling something right now. Everybody that's battling something right now. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. You're gonna get through this. You're gonna get through this. And that's why we have to be open about some of the things that we going through. As far as that, you don't know who gonna come behind you that may be going through that and need your testimony. They need you. They need that you are going to speak life into them. When I first got diagnosed, I wasn't living. I was just existing. To be honest with you, I took care of my kids. I took my kids to practice. I didn't do anything I enjoyed to do. I just sat in the house depressed. I didn't want to be around nobody. I didn't want to do nothing. Nothing. I didn't want to do anything. I was lifeless, y'all, and it was a shame. I was. It was just one of the most miserable seasons of my life. I allowed the brain tumor to control me, control the way I think, how I move, my mood. But when I broke out of that, I'm like, no, I'm not about to do that to myself. I got a powerful purpose on my life. I want to go in and share. I was really like, I really just didn't want people to know, like, but then it was like, why not? Why not share? This is how you help other people. Then when I came in, I'm like, listen, yo, I got a brain tumor. Then people that had brain tumors start saying, well, Shadakimia, how do you wake up with a smile on your face? Why are you so happy every day? How do you do that? I can't even get out the bed. And I told them, I said, my relationship with the Almighty, me praying, me realizing I'm blessed, me realizing just waking up is a blessing, because this tumor could have took me out. It's like I changed my mindset so I could change my life. And that's just what I want to encourage people today. It's a lot of y'all that just started following me recently, and y'all may not even knew this about me. you know um y'all may thought I just come on live and get on y'all all the time, but no. I'm a human being that has been through some things, and I don't mind sharing and telling anybody, this is what I've been through. I'm not embarrassed no more. I don't care who talk about me no more. I'm gonna tell you one thing the Almighty told me. He prepared me for a time like this. I promise y'all. From me having a brain tumor, from me trying to commit suicide and going to a mental hospital, for me being depressed, he prepared me for a time like this. And me being able to come, because when you express to somebody, oh, I try to kill myself, the first thing people do is they talk about you. They talk about you while you down. Oh, she crazy. She tried to kill herself. Oh, did y'all hear she was in a mental hospital? Instead of, how can we help Shalakemia? Is Shalakemia okay? Let Shalakemia know I'm praying for her. No, they rather gossip. They rather gossip about your hard times, your downfalls. That's horrible. But you know what? I said, God, I'm a go. I don't care what my family say. Oh, baby, they talked about me too. Oh, did y'all hear me? They talked about me too. They talked about me trying to kill myself. I ain't even care, y'all. I ain't even care. I said I'm about to tell my story. I'm about to tell people I tried to kill myself and how I came out of that. And do y'all know I was glad I was brave enough and I was strong enough to do that. Because now I talk people out of trying to kill themselves. Y'all heard what I said. Y'all heard exactly what I said. I talk people out of it now. People, I had shared I shared it on a live video, and the news had reached out to me because my video had went viral, and they had did a segment on me, and people seen the segment, me talking about that. I had a guy before I did the segment, I had a guy reach out to me, and he was about to jump off the bridge. I remember a few years ago, Christmas Day. I had another woman call me, and she wanted to kill herself. And I'm talking to her, and the whole time she had a gun. I didn't even know she had a gun. I didn't even know I knew she wanted to take herself, she wanted to take her life, but I didn't know she had a gun. She said, I got a gun right here in my lap. She was like, you saved my life. And that's why we shouldn't gossip about people that going through depression, try to commit suicide, and go get help. That's why in our community people aren't going to get help, because people talk about people and laugh at people and rather gossip about people than if somebody go take their life. Them same fake people will be like, oh, they could have came and talked to me. No, they couldn't have. Nobody should ever feel like they can't go to a family member and tell a family member, I feel like I want to kill myself. It should be an open door policy. That's why we got to stop sitting up talking about each other when each other's doing bad. We got to stop that, for the simple fact that there's people that need somebody. They need somebody. But I know it's a lot of people that don't want to be discussed, don't want to be talked about, and that's why you don't share. I felt like that too. And then I had to have a mindset, and I had to be like, hold up. There's some people that the Almighty needs me to help. I can't allow these people to fall to the wayside and do something to themselves because I don't want my family to talk about me, because I don't want my friends to talk about me. They don't even matter. What matters is these people that need my testimony. These people that need me to remind them of who they are and what their life is worth. And that the situation that they sitting up going through, you can get through it. I promise you. I know how it feels to be in that dark space and you feel lifeless and you feel like you got the world on your shoulders and you feel like you battling alone. I know what it feels like to be like that. And you carrying so much hurt and trauma and pain that you feel like I don't want to be here no more. It's heavy. It's very heavy. And that's why I took a bottle of pills. And I tried to take my own life and had to get my stomach pumped and everything. Because that's how heavy it was on me at about 16 years old. That right there, because I know the heaviness and the darkness, that's why I'm able to share my story with no problem. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care if people laugh. I don't care. I care about the people that need what I got to say. I care about the people not killing themselves. I care about the people's self-esteem. I care about them as a human being. That's who I care about. I don't care about the other stuff. I couldn't care about it. That's why we can't focus on the people that talk about us, don't agree with us, trying to drag our name through the dirt, the ones that's going to laugh at us. We can't worry about them. We got to worry about the people that we are going to save with our story, save with our testimony. Those are the people you got to focus on. The other ones don't even matter. And that's what put me in the place where I was courageous to be like, you know what? I'm going to talk about this. And then from me doing the news thing, my kids started reaching out to me. Then I got connected with working with the schools. And, because, I felt like I need to let guidance counselors know that these kids feel like this. I'm going to tell you, I get more calls from kids than I do adults. Please, baby, talk to your kids. Please talk to your kids. Please talk to them. Ask them, is anything bothering them? Is anything wrong? And kids are going to say no. I got boys, they be like, no, ain't nothing wrong, because they feel like we grown men. And then I ask them, if something was wrong, would you come and talk to me about it? Please don't ever think about if I'm going to be mad or not. I might be a little bit upset, but I need you to come to me so I can help you, baby. We've lost too many kids to suicide. I'm telling you, the numbers are high. The numbers are high. A few of y'all already know this story. I had a child come to me, call me before, reach out to me because they see me on the news. And this child could not tell their mom that they felt suicidal. And guess why they couldn't tell their mom that they felt suicidal? The child shared with me. I said, I always encourage the kids to tell their parents. I always encourage that first. And if that, doesn't work, then I encourage them to talk to the guidance counselor. We gotta get you some help. So this child told me they seen me on the news. That's why they reached out. And they couldn't tell their mom because she watched the segment with her mom about me, and her mom laughed. Her mom laughed about me being suicidal. Not even knowing your own child is feeling suicidal right there with you. That gotta be the most craziest thing in the world, that your child feels suicidal and you don't even know. And your child feels like that you feel like suicide is funny. That hurt my heart, y'all, but I didn't even have time to be hurt because I had to make sure this child didn't kill themselves. That's the kind of world we live in, though. I was hurt about that. Like, oh, like, wow, what was funny about me wanting to commit suicide? That's not funny. That's not funny at all. But in that moment, like I said, I didn't even have time to be mad about it at all. I just didn't. My job was to make sure that this child did not take those steps to commit suicide, and that this child, got the help that they needed. But that's a sad situation. It's a lot of kids that feel like that. You have to have a conversation with your kids. Kids worry about stuff. They vent to me about, they worry about different things in the world. That's why we need to really sit down and take that time to sit and talk to our kids. Kids worry about stuff. Like during the pandemic, kids were worried. When this stuff broke out in Ukraine, there was kids worried, like thinking they was going to come over here and do something to us, and we need to reassure them that, I'm your parent. I'm gonna protect you. There's nothing to worry about. Kids have that type of worry. Some of them do, some of them don't. But I would encourage y'all tonight, to have conversations with your teenagers. Please see how they're feeling. Ain't nothing wrong with going to get no help. I was a teenager once. I tried to commit suicide, and I came out of the mental hospital. I started seeing a counselor every week. I did. That's something that's looked down upon in our community, but it really shouldn't be. If you need help, please go get it. People in our community don't go get help because people look down upon it. There's nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody if that's what you need to do, baby. You got to do what's best for you. You can't worry about who's going to laugh at you, who's going to talk about you. You can't worry about that. You are responsible for you. Go and speak to somebody if that's what you need to do. Shamika, the fight and the struggle is hard. It is. It is. But just keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Keep moving forward. If I would have gave up on myself, I wouldn't be sitting right here in front of y'all today. If I would have gave up on me. I can't listen, I can't count me out. You can't count you out. Everybody else done counted you out, baby. You can't count you out. You can't do that. No, no, you have the strength to get through whatever. You have the strength and you have the power and you have the mindset. Activate that strength, activate that power and fight through. Fight through. Break the stigma. Key Tiana, break the stigma against mental health. Exactly. We have to. We have to. There's a lot of people that experience depression, you know, from pain, trauma, growing up, relationships. It's a lot, you know. And it's like these things used to be frowned upon to talk about. No, we need to have these conversations. We need to have definitely need to have these conversations. Shamika, I feel trapped like I'm somewhere I don't want to be. Shamika, do you feel like your city is where you don't want to be? Because that can be something too, where you live at. A lot of people get to the point where you grew up somewhere, you've been there all your life. You may have outgrown where you at. I'm gonna tell you something. I lived in Pennsylvania a lot of my life. I lived in Georgia for 2 years. Loved Georgia. Went to school in Georgia. Um, but here in PA, I feel like I've outgrown it. Every time I'm in Georgia, I feel at home. I feel my spirit's at peace. I love it there. I'm much happier when I'm down there, you know. Sometimes it's where you live sometimes. Sometimes a fresh start in a new environment, nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. Um Feeling trapped also um could be that you're surrounded around the wrong people. That can be what that is too. Because when you're around the wrong people, you're not growing in life. You're not growing in life. You feel stagnant when you're around the wrong people. The right people are going to water you. They're going to encourage you and inspire you and motivate you. And all of that contributes to us as people to grow. You're probably just not growing in the environment that you're at because you're not being watered. What part of Pennsylvania? I live in Harrisburg. Yep, I live in Harrisburg. No, it's sad, but it's like living here on Earth. So do you feel like, I mean, Shabika, do you feel like you have suicidal thoughts sometimes? Because really, suicidal thoughts really stem from like if you're going through something, if you've been through some trauma. A lot of people that go through that. It's a lot of like trauma and pain and hurt that's stored on the inside of you, and you have not allowed yourself to heal. You haven't forgiven. It's a buildup, and you're being triggered all the time. Like I was being triggered by a lot of things that happened to me in my past. I was being triggered. Once I healed from those things though, I wasn't I wasn't triggered no more. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't triggered anymore. And that's why I always encourage people, allow healing to take place. Allow it to take place. So the enemy can stop using those things that you were hurting about against you. You ever notice that you hurting about something and you might be good for a while and something reminds you of that hurt you went through? It's a trigger. So then you automatically start thinking about what you went through. You relive it, you thinking it, you like, and then it puts you in a bad space because you haven't healed. That's the problem. Once you heal from it, once a trigger come back around, that's not your trigger no more because you don't own that pain, that trauma, and that hurt no more. That's how you get over that. A lot of it is triggers though. Okay, Shamika, yes, I've had three episodes before. So what I'm saying, you feel like that right now. Please talk to someone. I lost a cousin to suicide the weekend of 4th of July in 2020. I'm sorry, Trees. I'm sorry, Trees. Nicole, I'm so sorry. I had a benign brain tumor on my brain stem. From how long it was there, I never knew. Yep, me too, Nicole. It's like you try to search for answers about this thing and you just don't find the answers. You just don't. The doctors can't tell you where it came from, and you trying to think like, well, what did I do? Or what you have in common with other people, and it's just an endless thing. I have problems and issues I'm dealing with, and it's like everyone comes to me with their problems. My mind is just tired. I've been dealing with this for 6 years. Yep. You in the same boat as me. You're the problem solver. People come to you to help solve their problems. That was me for a very long time. I carried other people's weight and I carried my weight. Sometimes, Shamika, you gotta just step back. You gotta step back from that. And you gotta set some boundaries. You gotta do some self-care. You gotta step back and work on you. So you're okay for you. You can't keep carrying everybody's load. You can't do that to yourself. And it's not being mean, it's not being ignorant, but sometimes you just gotta fall back. I've learned that. I learned to just, fall back and worry about leukemia. I can't carry everybody else. I can't save everybody. I can't do that no more. I can't do that. If you need to talk to me, Shamika, though, message me. I definitely want you to have my number. So whenever you feeling like that, you reach out to me. If you open to getting some help, we could look for some resources for you to get some help. I could tell you the things that I did personally to get through those kind of things. But Shamika, you are a strong person. You don't see this about yourself. The reason people come to you because you are a strong person. People see the things that you have went through and you have gotten through. One thing us as people, we don't see what other people see. You ever realize somebody was jealous of you? And you sitting up like, why they jealous of me? I don't even got no place to live. I don't even got no car. They got a better job. They married. Because at the end of the day, you don't see you for who you really are. I've had those moments all the time. I'm sitting up like, why are you jealous of me, girl? I ain't got nothing. In all actuality, you do. You do. You have more than you think. It don't even have nothing to do with material things. Because it was people that had more than you that was jealous of you and you was trying to figure out how. It's because of who you are deep down inside. Nothing to do with material things. It's who you are, how you carry yourself. People see you as strong. They see you as a go-getter. They see you as sitting up and getting through things that they looking like, Dad, how she get through that? How he get through that? You're that person. You are that person. Shamik, no, not right now. I have no thoughts, but I'm just tired. Okay, Shamika, I understand that. Me and you have more in common than you think. I definitely want you to message me so you can have my number because I'm here for support. I definitely went through that, taking care of a loved one. I did that. It was very stressful. It was. It was. But Shamika, I wanna commend you right now for doing that. Right there tells me what type of person you are. And I want you to know, like you got this though. You do. That tells me a lot about you. It tells me a lot about who you are. People aren't stepping up to the plate doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? They're just not. But I understand. I understand that. I really, really do. I do. Gary, I love you too. That's my son's name. That's my son's name. God's favor, spreading the word of God is healing, fasting, praying, and drinking enough water is healing. God gave us the water from the heaven to heal our bodies. Why you think people store up rainwater? Okay, God's favorite. Okay. Yeah, Nicole, you can share the photos with me. That's fine. God bless you. Thank you so much. Dion Williams, being a caregiver can be very stressful, my God, but we keep doing what's best. You're right. You're right. I've been there. I care for my grandmother. She has dementia. I was her 24-hour care. Yeah, it is. So I understand, in that aspect, it's a lot when you caring for someone else. And then on top of that, taking care of your kids. It is a lot. It is. But whoever's out here doing that, let me tell you something. You are being obedient to the call. You being obedient to the call. And you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. Shamika, I took my mom on 8 years ago when my grandmother passed away because I knew no one else would have taken her. And I ask myself every day, why me? Why me? It's a lot to handle. Why you? Because you built for it. That's why. What's wrong, Gary? I'm down here. Um, you right. No one else would have taken her. But do you understand? Derek, sorry. It just cut me off. I'm like, what? Um, but Shabika, please make sure you message me. Please make sure. Do you have a nurse that comes in and helps you and assists you and stuff? I want to know. I want to know. Do you have someone to come in and help you? Because I know I didn't. I didn't have anyone to come in and help me. I didn't have that. Right, Dion. I say right. I say why me too, but I know God says, why not you? I've said, why me so many times. I've said that. I've said that. But you know what, Deanna, you know what, Shamika, at the end of the day, God knows us. He knows what we are capable of. That's why us. That's why. I had to figure that out. Like, why me? Why I gotta, because wasn't nobody gonna do it like I did it. Wasn't nobody gonna care on the level I was gonna care on. Dion, wasn't nobody gonna care on the level you cared on. Wasn't nobody gonna do it like you did it. He anointed you and appointed you to do it, Shamika. Nobody's gonna do it like you, sis. Nobody. He anointed you and appointed you for a time like this. And he's gonna see you through. And I want you to message me. I want to keep in contact with you. Right. Right, Charmaine. He makes no mistakes. None. None at all. None. Look at live it. Sending hugs and prayers. Absolutely. 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 I just want people, to just be encouraged. We all are dealing, with different things in life, you know? And I know sometimes it gets hard, y'all. I know it gets hard, but just keep pushing forward. And I'm the example, just like many of the people on here are an amazing example of I went through this, but I got through. And this is how I got through it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dion, just a little. My mom is fighting stage 4 cancer with 6 adult kids. Only one cares for her daily need, but they all turn against me. Dion, I don't know how long you've been watching me, but let me tell you something. Keep being obedient to the call. You were supposed to. He knew you were going to be the only one that stepped up to the plate and that cared enough and was going to make sure she was treated right. Do you hear what I'm saying? I've been there. Trust me. Oh, I've been there. I've been there. You step up to the plate and you care for somebody, and people try to make it seem like you did something wrong. You the villain. That's the world we live in. That's the world we live in. But God said, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm. Period. Period. Don't do God's people like that. I tell people all the time, it's dangerous when people are doing the Almighty God's work and you interfere or you come up against that person and they on assignment for the Almighty. You in a dangerous place when you do that, and you coming up against a dangerous situation. Dion, the Almighty God is proud of you. It's proud of you. It's proud of you. That's the same thing that happened to me, y'all. Dion, that's the same thing that happened to me. Yeah. Shamika, no, my mom had seizures due to a brain injury when she was 8 years old. Oh, we're gonna be praying for her, Shamika. So sorry to hear that. But I know the Almighty God is a healer. I do know that. I do know that. Deetra, but said follow the dietary laws. What do you mean? Deetra, like diet and stuff? One thing. Yeah. Dion, you know what? I don't want you to sit up and feel like, cause I don't want you to sit up and feel like you did nothing wrong. You did right. And God is proud of you. Don't let them people sit up and make you feel no type of way about nothing. Don't do that. Don't let them have that type of power over you. You was being obedient to the call. That happens a lot when people sit up and you know that you have done nothing but a solid. You did a solid. And people try to treat you like you didn't do one. They try to treat you like you did something wrong. That's horrible to do people like that. That is sickening. So sick. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Dietrich. Okay. Y'all see what Deisha said? The Bible tells us what to consume in Leviticus. Okay. I just want to understand, Queen. That was all. I want to understand what you was trying to say. But yeah, I'm glad that, everybody joined. I just wanted to come on here and share, for the people that was inboxing me and asking me questions about it. I understand. I don't mind sharing anything that I've been through. I just don't, you know. I don't. Jen, siblings are something else when it comes to a sick parent. That's true, Jen. That is true. My situation was it was my grandma. So it was, same situation, but I was the granddaughter. I was the granddaughter that stepped up to the plate. But yeah, that is, it's so sad. I've been praying for, my one friend. She probably on here watching. Beautiful woman, beautiful woman. And she had shared her story with me. She had stepped up to the plate. And let me tell you something, she stepped up to the plate and cared for two people that were not related to her. But her heart's so big. They both, was sick. She was taking care of them around the clock. And mind you, they had kids. It was a couple. They had kids. But this beautiful woman stepped up to the plate, y'all, and took care of these people until they passed away. And the daughter came and called the police on the lady, trying to get her put out of, because the lady, moved into the apartment with and was taking care of them, because that's what some people do. They live in, because people, a lot of older people need 24-hour care. They can't be by themselves, you know and beautiful. She's beautiful. She has a beautiful heart. But this lady called the police, trying to get her put out of the apartment after they passed away, and it just boiled my blood. It boiled my blood that people act like that. This woman stepped up to the plate and took care of your parents for little to nothing, y'all. And this is how you repay her and you thank her? That's how people are. It's sad. It's sad. Little bit. We all share a little of each other's stories, and we have to encourage one another. Say a prayer for someone that's on this live tonight that's going through something. Long as one person hear you, there's somebody listening. Absolutely. Little bit, you right. You right. I love when I put up that post about the breastfeeding thing. I really and enjoyed that post, because so many people, and this is what I'm talking about, our community coming together. So many people had, ideas. People had recipes. People was on a post learning from each other. Like, it was so beautiful. It warmed my heart. It really warmed my heart up. People had suggestions of where people could get formula from. That's a community. That's a community. If we're just open to listen, I could learn from you, you could learn from me. I don't know everything. You know what I mean? So I don't mind learning from Alvin. I don't mind learning from Nicole. I don't mind learning from Deetra, Jen. I don't mind learning from people. I don't know everything. But I'm telling you, if you just open yourself up to be able to, receive something from somebody, you can learn something that you never knew. That person could come and pour something into you that you can use, that will benefit you, help you grow in a way, you know? Well, Tracy, people can be cruel. God said, do not put all your trust in man. It's a blessing to find a community of people who think a lot and help each other. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I hope, that's on all my platforms combined. Like that's who we can, grow into, a community of people. I just want y'all to know, like we might be on a posting in the comments and disagree, with each other. But at the end of the day, let's walk away still loving, caring about each other. Like, okay, you know, me and Ashanti was on a post, and Ashanti's like, well, I don't like green. And I'm like, well, Shani, I do like green. And she's like, okay, well, I don't like green. Okay. Ashani don't like green. I do like green. But we still walk away, you know what I mean? And love each other and care about each other and respect each other. And then on the next post, we he ha ha laughing together. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. That's how I want it to be. I don't want it to be like we disagree, so it's like, oh, we stay away from each other, I don't like you no more. I don't really want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like that. I want us to be able to still respect each other's views and opinions. That's what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. A community, like that. I was just really laying in the bed, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm like, God, like they saying it's a shortage on formula. How these parents supposed to feed their babies? Because I learned yesterday, some women can't, they can't, pump milk and stuff. I'm like, what's it going to do? So I posted about it, and people just started giving suggestions and all type of stuff. And I'm like, yes, this is what I love to see. This is what I love, love, love to see. It was amazing for me. It was a moment. We do have some, controversial moments on my page, a lot, but to have a moment like that, I'm like, yes, yes, I love that. I love that. Key Tiana, yes, respect our differences. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we are grown men and women, and we can respect each other's, differences. We can. Ashanti, God wants his people melanated to become whole and keep the commandments, love one another. Yeah, I believe that, Queen. I sure do. I sure do. Erica, I will not help anyone homeless anymore. My junk tax home, I was robbed 3 times. I used to sleep in my car, letting someone stay at my house, then coming home to find it. Rod is not. I don't make a whole lot. My home is a tax home. I'm sorry, Erica, that happened to you. I'm so sorry. I know sometimes helping people, it can put you in a situation sometimes. It can, when you help the wrong people and they don't appreciate it, it can. Eric, I'm sorry that happened to you. Learn whatever it is from it and try to move forward and make the best of your situation and what you have to do for you. Just try to make the best of it. Oh, we are one big dysfunctional family as Black folks, but deep down we all love each other. We do. We do. Absolutely. Hey, good sense hood show number one. Peace to you. That is true. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't like what I do not like. I don't care. Like when I see like other, Black people, especially like older people, I don't like when people sit up and try to like get smart younger people, try to like get smart, but somebody grandmom or older aunt in the store and stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that, y'all. And I'll say something. Like, don't do that. Do not just a lot of them, y'all, they don't know how to respect their elders. They really don't. But ain't nobody got to worry. As long as I'm around, I ain't gonna be everywhere. But I'm not letting nobody sit up and disrespect nobody's mom, grandmom, aunt, great grandmom. I'm not doing that. We ain't even about to do that. I'm gonna definitely always be the voice of reason and be like, we ain't doing that. Mm-mm. No. Shout out to Chicago. Hey. Over there said he apologized for that weak-minded person, but love from a distance to keep your peace. Yeah. Ashanti, forgive, learn, and let go. Absolutely. That's a good one. See, we all have so much positive stuff to pour into each other and to pour into this world. Y'all are amazing people. That's why I always remind y'all that y'all amazing because y'all are. Y'all are. Y'all really amazing. You contribute so many amazing things to this world, to other people, just the person that you are. There's so much greatness deep down. And I don't want trauma and pain to block out your greatness of you shining, of you out here, being great, shining bright like a diamond, being your most powerful self. Don't let pain and trauma and hurt and all that hold you back from being amazing. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're gonna be blocking your own blessings and your own shine like that. Hey Benny. Trav, hey Shalakimi, may the good Lord God, the most high creator of heaven and earth, bless you forever and keep you. Blessing to you, beloved. Salute from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Thank you so much. Trav, I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Farron, hello, sis, just joining in. You can also try sea moss. It has 95 health minerals. Spirulina is good as well. Love. Thank you so much. Yep, I take sea moss. So is it better to take sea moss? Like I guess like the sea moss, the like natural sea moss. Okay, I take a sea moss gummy. So is that okay? Is that, or should I just take like the sea moss and not take it in a gummy form? Because I take my black sea oil and my sea moss in gummy form. It's a gummy. I like gummies. All my vitamins are gummies. I take a prebiotic and a probiotic. I take a hair, skin, and nails, and I take a beauty one. But they're all gummy. Yep, they're all gummies. Katina, when are you moving to GA? I'm trying to do that now, Katina. Um, I'm just trying to, when I was taking care of my grandmother, like I lost a year, really. I lost a year. I wasn't working my business. I was just taking care of my grandma, going to school, doing a little business here and there, but I wasn't working my business like I was. So I don't have, so me being an entrepreneur, I don't have that year's worth of income to show. So it's kind of hard for me to right now to get somewhere down there, because people want 2 years of income, and I really I don't even have two full year. I don't even have 2 years to show them. Nope, I don't even have that to show them because I was taking care of my grandma up until August or September. I think it was September of last year. So I don't have that to show them. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it now. But I want to be down there by summer. I do. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I love Georgia. It's beautiful. I love the people down there. Yeah. I always feel at home. Well, you're moving to Georgia? Oh yes, we love to hear that. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, it's great for cutting down mucus inflammation. I was taking it daily at one point, and I definitely felt the difference. It has the consistency and very similar taste of applesauce. Okay, so I'm gonna get the regular, and I'm gonna get off of the gummy and get that one. I've been doing green smoothies too. I've been doing green smoothies all week. So I like smoothies though. Thank you, Brian, so much. I love you. Much love to you. You are a blessing. You are in my prayers. Thank you, Brian, so much. I'll be praying for y'all. So I always pray for y'all though. Always. Katana favoring fair. Don't give up. Nope. I'm not giving up. I'm working my business like no other. Moving forward, doing the things that I need to do. So yeah, yeah. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Right where I'm supposed to be in life right now. Preparing. I've already started packing. I've already started packing, wrapping things up, boxing. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. I'm praying. I'm praying for a house. I'm praying for a house. Yes, I am. And I'm preparing for what I pray for. That's all. I'm praying for what I'm preparing for what I prayed for. Mhm. Yeah, I am. Charlotte, keep me in peace. Bless you, sister. Wishing you and your family the best. I wish you and your family the best too, Smooth. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can't just pray about that thing. You gotta prepare for it. You gotta prepare for it too. I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready when God say move. I'm gonna be ready for it. I am. I'm excited. I already been looking at houses. Listen, I already been looking. I've been looking. I believe. I believe in when I sit at that table and I close on my house, y'all gonna be with me when I close on my house. You hear me? Y'all gonna be with me when I close on my house. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, prepare for what you pray for. Absolutely. Yeah. I love y'all. I'm glad that, I got to come and talk to y'all a little bit this evening. The positive dialogue, just all this positivity, I love it. I'm gonna go ahead, get my life ready get ready to go to bed. But I will see y'all tomorrow for the talk show. And I'm gonna open up the phone lines tomorrow. Another thing, I'm gonna be going live tomorrow afternoon for anybody that wants to talk to me about business. So I will be doing a business Q&A tomorrow. And if you have not signed up for my business um masterclass, you can sign up on my website. Oh, one more thing I want to address really quick. I know people were hitting me up asking me about payment plans. I do have payment plans. If you need a payment plan, message me. Message me if you need a payment plan for my business masterclass. Okay. I love y'all so much. Have a great night. Thank y'all for tuning in with me tonight. Thank you for all the positive things y'all said. You know, right now, I just want to ask the Almighty, to just bless y'all, increase your territory, increase your wisdom, increase your peace, your happiness. I just want increase to fall on you and your families on tonight. Okay. I love y'all and good night.